Hello everyone, welcome back to One Piece Nerd. 2 weeks have flown by like 14 days. Finally, the Elbaph arc continues with some thrilling new developments. Surely, many of you are curious about the Mythical Devil Fruit that Loki possesses and whether it connects to Joy Boy and the Void Century's war. We're all eager to see new bounties for Red-Haired Shanks, Blackbeard, and the Straw Hat crew. Alongside that, we're excited for updates on the world beyond, such as the clash between the Revolutionary Army and the Holy Knights, as well as the Navy's response to Morgan's latest report. Speaking of media mogul Morgan, we can't forget Vivi, who secretly drew an X on Luffy's left hand in the cover page to signal to allies that she's safe. Next, we'll dive into the latest happenings in Elbaph, where Usopp finally gets the chance to explore the legendary land he's always dreamed of. While Usopp and Luffy are more excited, Robin is also eager to hear about Saul, who is safe and in hiding. After 22 years since the Ohara incident, she can't wait to reunite with her old friend, former Vice Admiral Jaguar D. Saul. Viewers are also curious about what Loki might do to persuade Luffy to set him free. Of course, Luffy's a rubber brain, so author Oda only needs a plausible excuse to set up a thrilling scene. In Norse mythology, Loki is famously cunning, so few believe Luffy can avoid being tricked by him. Right on cue, Loki tries to manipulate Luffy into unchaining him. Will Luffy fall into his trap as predicted? Let's find out in today's analysis. Chapter 1131, titled Loki in Hell, sees Loki condemned for killing his father, stealing a devil fruit, warring against Elbaph, and attempting to turn the world into hell. He's truly a heinous villain, which is why he's chained here. Giants view Loki as a disgrace to Elbaph, a cursed prince. They bound him in massive chains, fearing his escape as his release could mean the end of the world. Loki's true danger is undeniable, but it seems no one can kill him, so they can only imprison him. The place where Loki is bound is also a renowned location in Elbaph, and in the latest chapter, 1131, Oda introduces the different regions of Elbaph, each linked to one of the 9 worlds connected by Yggdrasil in Norse mythology. Chapter 1131 picks up right where 1130 left off. After Luffy introduces himself, Loki also introduces himself, explaining that they are standing in Elbaph's battlefield. The cursed prince Loki is held in a place known as Hell, likely resembling Helheim from Norse mythology. Elbaph warriors undergo survival trials here as part of their coming-of-age rituals, training by battling giant monsters in the primeval forests. Hence, Helheim is also known as the battlefield. Loki is unable to break free from his chains, as he seems to be bound by sea stone. The guards surrounding him are patrolling animals. Sea stone is an incredibly rare material, but it appears that in Elbaph, it's quite accessible. They could create chains big and long enough to wrap around Loki multiple times, which surely consumed an enormous amount of sea stone. With Loki bound in sea stone, we can confirm that he once ate a devil fruit, one that he stole from his own father. This was the devil fruit that King Harold had once consumed. Therefore, he can't break free on his own and needs someone to remove the chains. Enter the rubber brain Luffy, whom Loki tries to manipulate into setting him free. He promises Luffy he'll help him take down any pirate crew he wants. Hey, need anyone taken down? Or give me a reason that's more convincing. At this point, I fear no one. I'm the future pirate king after all. As the two talk, Loki mentions several famous pirate crews in the world, confidently stating that with his current power, he can take them all down. Then Loki casually calls Shanks a weakling, which infuriates Luffy. He instantly goes into Gear 4 and attacks Loki for his disrespect. Loki could mock Luffy's dream of becoming the Pirate King, call him an idiot or whatever, but under no circumstances can he insult Luffy's friends, especially Shanks. This is something Luffy learned from his idol. The negotiations end when words fail, and violence takes the stage. Luffy lands a punch right on Loki's face. However, it doesn't seem to have much effect. I think this is just a spontaneous action out of anger, since Luffy isn't the type to hit someone who can't defend themselves. Currently, Loki is bound by sea stone. Teaching him a lesson on respecting others would be enough, but what if Rubber Boy gets fired up and decides to challenge Loki to a 1v1 fight, removing the chains? That would be intense, because Loki is extremely dangerous. The world government has placed a special bounty of 2.6 billion berries on Loki's head. That's right, 2.6 billion, nearly as high as Luffy's bounty and higher than the combined bounties of Zoro, Sanji, and Usopp. A person with a bounty 2.5 times that of Zoro is no weakling. This is why Elbaph's strongest warriors must guard him and can't leave to meet the Straw Hat crew. Moreover, this bounty is set by the world government, not the Navy, which previously only happened with Revolutionary Army members, proving that Loki is more than a pirate, he's a direct threat to the world government. Continuing with Loki and Luffy, after trading punches without a single complaint from Loki, Luffy pauses to talk. He's curious about the connection between Shanks and Loki, so he demands an explanation. However, Loki declares that he'll only talk if Luffy releases him, otherwise he won't say a word, no matter what. Here comes the thrilling part, folks. Curiosity always makes people drop their guard. This story even involves Shanks. It would be unusual if Luffy didn't let Loki go, wouldn't it? Maybe Loki has no real connection to Shanks and only mentioned him by chance. But seeing Luffy's strong reaction, Loki must have guessed there's a special bond between them, so he uses the Shanks story as bait. Knowing how easily Luffy is baited, I'd say we're about to see the true power of the 2.6 billion berry bounty on Loki. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Zoro's group escaped from Road and another pirate crew, possibly a crew of giants, as Gerd and Goldberg enter the castle to find Road's room burned, with him and his pets lying motionless. Realizing there was an intruder, they decide to wake Road and pursue them together. Of course, Road's not foolish enough to reveal it's the Straw Hat crew. He plans to use Gerd and Goldberg to capture Zoro's group. They likely escaped and are heading towards the city across the bridge. Now we shift to the two ships, the Thousand Sunny and the Great Eric. The giant crew led Frankie's group to the village in Elbaph, where Big Mom once lived as a child. This is Jotunheim, the home of giants in Norse mythology, belonging to the Jotun clan. Giants with an ancient feud against the Aesir gods. After the brothers Odin, Vili, and Ve killed the first Jotun, Ymir, and used his body to create the world, Jotunheim was largely made up of rock and ice. Since it lacks fertile land like Midgard, the Jotun people survive mainly by hunting, much like the villagers here. When they dock, Robin is thrilled at the thought of reuniting with Saul. She has crossed countless challenges to get here, and the past 22 years haven't been easy for her. At this moment, all she wants to do is hug Saul and cry. Before leaving the ship, Robin even asked Brooke to cut her hair in the style she had 2 years ago, the hairstyle from her younger days. She's worried that Saul might not recognize her, showing just how much she values him. But an unexpected twist occurs at the end of the chapter when a giant shouts that Saul has collapsed. Robin's face falls, and everyone is shocked by the news. For someone in good health to suddenly collapse, something serious must have happened. However, we'll have to wait for chapter 1132 to learn more about Saul. The good news is that we'll have a new chapter next week. Here's some info about the latest chapter 1131. I'll update you all as soon as the detailed scans are available. Thanks for watching the video till the end. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel. And for now, goodbye and see you next time.